All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Bill Hurrelbrink from KCTV5. We're talking Bills weekend picks today. A lot of fun things that are going to be going on here around the metro area this coming weekend, so we can talk about what's happening, maybe give you guys some ideas of maybe something you want to do here as you get ready for this upcoming weekend, which, can you believe it's going to be the 1st of March here tomorrow. So lots of things kicking off around town, lots of things kicking off around the region. We're going to detail just a handful of them here as we go through the next several minutes here on KCTV5.com, on our Facebook, YouTube, and some of our other links. So let's get started. Of course, tomorrow is Friday. It's the first Friday of the month. So what does that bring us? Well, of course, it brings us First Fridays in Kansas City. This is some video from one of the last First Fridays here from one of the Chiefs Fridays. So you're going to see a lot of Chiefs stuff in it. But First Friday is a great opportunity for a lot of folks to get down to the crossroads and really explore a lot of that arts community that we've heard so much about here in the last few weeks down there. Of course, parking kind of an issue sometimes, so another good hit for this is to park along the streetcar route and then take the streetcar down to the crossroads. But First Fridays gives you a great chance to visit several galleries, studios, food trucks, and much more. And again, lots of restaurants and breweries, distilleries down there, so always a fun night to get out and enjoy it. Plus, several different performances as well. We can go over to the website to see what exactly they have going on down over there tomorrow. They have a couple of performances listed. So Make Me an Angel, it's an interactive performance at the Bunker City for the Arts. That's off 19th Street. They also have free First Friday comedy at the Bird Comedy Theater on 19th. And then Realize Your Dreams is one of the shows that is being shown at the Buttonwood Art Space. So again, First Fridays, a lot of fun down in the crossroads. It's something fun that you can go check out here this weekend. Staying kind of in the performing arts vein, there's another cool show that's been ongoing since the middle of February, but this one is called Nina Simone for Women. It's a play that's happening all weekend long, and this is the final weekend that it's going to be showing. It's part of the Kansas City Repertory Theater. It's at the stage down by Power and Light, but this really highlights Nina Simone's life, her artistry, her work, and the women that surround her. If you don't know who Nina Simone was, she was a very influential musician and civil rights advocate who influenced the likes of Billie Holiday and Aretha Franklin. If you're a fan of the Fugees and you like Lauryn Hill, she was a big contributor to her as well. I mean, she even rapped about her in one of the songs from the Fugees record. So the play captures her story and her music all in one spot. Again, this has been playing since the middle of February, but it's going to wrap up this weekend, so it's your last chance to see it. It's playing at the Kansas City Rep Theater's Copagan Stage in the Power and Light District. That's by the H&R Block building. If you want to get tickets to this one, they are on sale now. You can just go to kcrep.com, and they'll have those, or excuse me, kcrep.org, and they will have those there for you to check out. Again, Nina Simone for Women, that play ongoing. Well, if you want to get out and maybe enjoy some stuff around town, you can get out and maybe learn a few things as part of an urban hike. These are ongoing all the time here in Kansas City through urbanhikeskc.com. So they have several different hikes that you can do. The Urban Coffee Hike, which takes place in the River Market. The Artful KC Streetcar Urban Hike. One of my favorites is the Strawberry Hill and Downtown KCK Urban Hike, but also the Quindaro Ruins Urban Hike. We've heard a lot of talk about the movement to try to get the Quindaro Ruins site a federal designation so we can bring a lot of money in there to do a lot of preservation in that really historic site in KCK. But the one that's happening this weekend is the Strawberry Hill and Live Paint Urban Hike. It's happening on Saturday at about 1:30 in the afternoon. It lasts about 3.5 hours. You walk 2 miles, but then you get to go back to one of the art studios in Strawberry Hill and you do a live painting with one of the artists there. So you go, you sip on some coffee, you get to paint, and you take home some work with you as well. It's a really cool thing. You know, it does cost a little bit. It's $50 a person, but you do get a lot of learning and you get a lot of experience and hands-on fun doing that. And then, of course, you go there. You want to stay in KCK. Coming up later on Saturday night is Sporting Kansas City's home opener. Here's some footage of them training here prior to the home opener and getting ready for a great season. Now, if you remember last season for Sporting KC, they kind of started off slow, but really came on, made it into the playoffs, and they are hoping to keep up that same energy and vibe here as they kick off their home opener. Had had a match last week down in Houston. Again, this is their home opener. Also coming up at the home opener, they're going to debut a big new screen video board there on the west side of the stadium complex over by the Budweiser loge seating here that they have on that side as well. So big brand new board. You can see the field really looking nice out there at Children's Mercy Park. And again, Sporting KC plays host to Philadelphia. That match kicks off at 7:30 at Children's Mercy Park in Western Wyandotte County. Sporting KC's home opener happening this Saturday. All right, also happening this Saturday and Sunday is a big concert. Where are all my Drake, where are all my J. Cole fans at? I know you guys are getting excited because this concert has been on the planning stages here for the last few months in KCK. I did have a chance to talk to Steve Serrano over at Mix 93.3 about this concert. Here's kind of what he had to say.
Absolutely, and it's not just one night, it's 2 nights, especially when you come into Kansas City and not only do a Saturday and Sunday. He puts on a great show. Honestly, I'm excited to have him back in Kansas City. He always does, even to the point where he spent multiple weeks here and pushed back his concert the last time he was in Kansas City due to the fact that he wasn't ready. And he spent that time here in Kansas City to prepare himself when he launched his last tour. So definitely, you've seen the dates sell out. There's 50-some-odd dates that sold out in 2023. So he's obviously going to kick off in 2024 the right way here in Kansas City.
What makes Kansas City such a destination for these big concerts? You know, I think we see some of them get skipped over, but like with him and Taylor Swift and other big artists, it's like one date is not enough in Kansas City. Kansas City always shows up and sells out these things. What, Taylor Swift played 2 dates at Arrowhead, right?
That's true, and it's normally the flyover state, right? This is the flyover state. We're going to skip it. But, you know, you see an artist like Taylor Swift. You see an artist like Drake. You see the success. I mean, once you can do one, they've always had that extra date on hold just in case. Because if it doesn't do well, then obviously they're going to punt that. But, you know, when we haven't had a huge amount of artists that have came through, especially Drake style or any other style that's hit the T-Mobile Center, I think this is going to be definitely a fun weekend here in Kansas City to have these guys here.
So yeah, definitely a cool concert coming to T-Mobile Center. Not just one date, but 2 dates for that one. Reminder, Saturday and Sunday. I did some looking around. Now they are sold out, but there are tickets in the aftermarket for it. The Saturday tickets are about $100 more expensive than the Sunday night tickets for probably obvious reasons. At last check, we found tickets for Saturday night starting at $305. Sunday night drops down to $227 for tickets. Again, on the aftermarket resale on Ticketmaster.com for that. So let's go ahead and see what it is right now. We'll click on tickets for Sunday night to see what we can bring in. We got to accept and continue. So actually, they've dropped down to $193 there on the Ticketmaster resale for tickets to go to Drake and J. Cole on Sunday night. Saturday night, again, a little bit more expensive for that if you wanted to check it out. So again, cool concerts happening this weekend. That's just one of them happening at T-Mobile Center on both Saturday and Sunday night. If you're looking for something maybe a little quieter to go check out, there is a cool event that's going to get started back again at Powell Gardens. Of course, Powell Gardens has been closed here for the month of February, but March it opens again, and Orchid Delirium is the feature out there at Powell Gardens. If you're not familiar where that is, that's just to the southeast of town, down off 50 Highway. It's about 45 minutes away from downtown, so maybe a little bit of a drive, but you get out there, and this is a really cool exhibit. Again, starting off their 2024 season underway with all things orchids. It is a rotating exhibit, so if you go now, but then maybe you go here in like 4 or 5 weeks from now, it's a different like kind of a feel. So it's always something new to check out and see. So again, Powell Gardens opens Wednesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. during this Orchid Delirium. Again, that runs on March 1st, so tomorrow through April 14th of this year. And if you want to find more information, you can go visit the website we're showing you right now. That is powellgardens.org. So just some of the fun things happening around town here. Again, I want to thank you for joining us here for the Weekend Picks with me. My name's Bill, and yeah, we do this every Thursday here at 10:30. Welcome you to come on back and join us every Thursday as we highlight some ideas for the weekend. Hope you found something, and of course, if you have something that you want us to talk about, feel free to drop me a line. My number and my email address is listed on kctv5.com, or it's right there. If you just look at Bill KCTV5, find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the whole shebang and bang. I think my MySpace is still up too, but be gentle messaging on that. I don't check it as often as I should. So again, let me know what's happening around there, and we'll include it here on our Weekend Picks with Bill. Again, thank you for joining us here for this Thursday at 10:30. I'm going to go get ready for the news at noon, and I'll see you there on KCTV5. Have a fantastic afternoon.